This video is brought to you by BetUS Sportsbook and Casino.
Michael Vick here at BetUS.com. Get it all. Huge bonuses, great odds, a race book, live in-game betting, and a casino. BetUS, my online sportsbook and casino.
Lions fans, Hendon Hooker, our prize QB number 2. Preseason game 1, did a lot of shining out there. Great moments, great flashes. We know what he is, but can he prove to be that throughout the rest of this preseason? Let's talk about it. Hendon Hooker, man. Preseason game 1, anticipation was super high. We could not wait to go out and sit in front of that TV and watch Hendon Hooker take his first snaps as a Detroit Lion. The excitement was absolutely crazy when we drafted him. I didn't think the Lions would be bold to do it, but Brad Holmes made that decision, and I think it's going to be a great one. I honestly do. We're talking about someone who was, possibly on his way to winning a Heisman Trophy. An absolute beast in college. But injuries derailed his career, and he landed here with the Detroit Lions. So, with that said, is Hendon Hooker QB number 2? My answer is simply yes. I don't know how you could think anything else. Just in that short, small sample, he's already mountains away better than Sudfeld. So, I think that's obvious. What did we see from Hendon Hooker out there on the field? Well, first and foremost, we did not see the butterflies that some people thought that you would see out there. Under control, smooth, composed, looked like he was a commander of the offense out there. Made a couple of short passes to get him going. Was able to, take off with the football, giving us that dimension that we crave so much at quarterback, because there are so many opportunities that we've seen go by that where if we had a running 2-style quarterback, we may win games that we lost. Games may be a little bit easier for us to win that we've won. But having a 2-dimensional quarterback is, super important today in this NFL. The best quarterback in the NFL right now is exactly that when you're looking at Patrick Mahomes. Or if you want to go with a guy, Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is not the super fast guy, but he can use his legs easy. Stretch that pocket, stretch plays. That's what you need to be able to do in this league when things get tough, when things are not working. And that dimension is what Hendon Hooker brings to this team. And that's why I was so excited on that day. Because I thought he would be the perfect candidate to come in here and raise up behind a Jared Goff, who just recently got himself his contract. And when you look at the timeline, it makes everything perfect. You have a young quarterback in Hendon Hooker that's learning everything. That's an absolute film study rat. Man, you seen the flashes, the composure. You seen him use his body out there, absolutely destroyed a DB out there, ran him over, truck stick. Man, definitely had me excited sitting there watching TV. I can't say enough about how happy I am to have him in a Lions jersey and to be brought along slowly, because I always felt like the great quarterbacks in this league, they come behind somebody. Every once in a while you may get a quarterback that come in and day one they can handle the load, but I just feel like you get a better opportunity when you bring a quarterback along. You get, more longevity out of that quarterback. They're more fine-tuned, and that's what I've always wanted the Lions to do, instead of bringing a guy in and just throwing him the keys when the roster is not built and ready for him, and putting him in a bad situation. I despise when teams do that to quarterbacks. You see quarterbacks take a while to get off their foot. And like I said, we're doing it right. Brad Holmes is doing it right. So to have Hendon here learning and getting that experience is great. It's great, man. And it's paying off. Obviously, we got more preseason to go. Concussion is the news update that I just got. I was a little bit nervous when he took that hit towards the end zone. The player kind of went low and hit his leg. He kind of came up wincing. But when he finished out the drive, I was a little bit more confident. The fact that he does have a concussion and he still finished out that drive is impressive. It speaks to the toughness, So all of those traits are goodies. Those are goodies to have at your quarterback position. What is the future for Hendon Hooker? Well, obviously this is Jared Goff's team. Jared Goff is QB1. He's the one that's going to take us to the Super Bowl. And I'm saying that confidently. I'm putting that out there in the universe. He's the one that's going to take us to the Super Bowl and possibly win us one. It's his job right now. So the future for Hendon Hooker is still a bright one, because you're going to have a decision to make a couple years down the line. Are you going to have to pay a extreme amount of money, or do you have a quarterback that you've raised up over time and a roster that you've taken care of guys ahead of time to be good for a long time? Will you be able to go with that young guy, who's next in line, and move forward with him in the franchise? I think that's what the Detroit Lions are setting themselves up to do. We all know what type of league this is. The more you win, the more expensive players get. And you're going to have to make a decision at some point. And I think in the future, Hendon Hooker has the opportunity to be that decision. So, with that said, in the future, we'll have the opportunity. But things happen. We've seen things get sped up by devastation. And I hope that that's not the case. I don't want guys like Jared Goff to get hurt, man, because Jared Goff loves the city. We love him back. We want nothing but the best for him. But football is football. And you never know where you might have to throw a Hendon Hooker out there because of an injury situation. Whether if it's only a game or two or if it's for half a season. You want somebody in there that's ready. So that's going to be a decision too. This is a league where players get hurt, if you didn't know. So, a lot of different scenarios, man. Hey, we all know how Tom Brady got in the game and the rest was history. You know what I'm saying? So, something that we'll just have to wait and see. When you look around the league at some of the young quarterbacks in this league right now, even some of the rookies, some of the newest guys, man. I just got done watching the highlight clip with Milton running around the field making guys miss and then taking off for a first down, man. So, the league is continuously evolving at the quarterback position. And I want us to not be left behind. So, looking at a quarterback in Hendon Hooker is the perfect opportunity for that, because, like I said, man, when the league moves, you have to move with it. Yeah, and that's just the way it goes. You know, they're changing rules. They're coming up with rules every single season. We just seen this kickoff rule, which is annoying already. You know, Lions got a penalty today because we didn't kick the ball within the 20-yard line. You know, so again, you want to be able to keep your team modernized and, you know, take advantages of what the game has to offer. And I think ultimately, in 2 to 3 years, that's where you see Hendon Hooker kind of separate himself. And we see a Lions team moving forward in that type of direction. So, yeah, game one was super impressive. Super impressive from Hendon Hooker. I want to see him be able to get out there and throw the ball more. I want to see him with the second unit out there. Not the third string guys. I want to see him have an opportunity where, you know, he can get that block, or he's giving the ball and handing it off to someone who's going to get some yards, or, you know, he has an opportunity to hit some guy in a pass game that's going to be able to make a play. I want to see him have the opportunity in front of him. And this is a situation where he just might get that, and here's why. The reason why is because you may not see Jared Goff the entire preseason. Now, we know going into the preseason, the first game, you're not going to see any starters. But when you start to get towards the end of that preseason, you start to see those starters play. Well, if Jared Goff doesn't take a snap, then guess who that leaves an opportunity? Hendon Hooker. So Hendon Hooker out there with starting talent is also a great evaluation tool for the Detroit Lions. So this situation is definitely going to be interesting to watch over these next couple of weeks, seeing who plays and who doesn't for the Detroit Lions, because it's only going to help Hendon. And, you know, hopefully he can get over this protocol quickly. I wouldn't say, I probably, you know, wouldn't think it was a severe concussion, simply because he was able to finish out that drive with no problem. Usually if it's a severe type of situation with a concussion, guys are out there throwing up on the field. You ain't getting up and walking around. You ain't throwing a football. You ain't finishing no drive. You know, hopefully it's just, you know, a slight concussion, man, and we can get him back in practice and get him ready for the next game. Because I need snaps. I need snaps, and I know you guys want to see it too. So with that said, man, leave it in the comment section, man. Was you impressed with Hendon Hooker? What do you think the future is for Hendon Hooker? And yeah, I'm very, very, very interested to hear it. So listen, hey, shout out to my sponsors over at BetUS, man. This is going to be a heck of a week. I'm looking forward to hearing all the great news. I'll be back at training camp. You guys can look for those videos too. And with that said, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.
Michael Vick here at BetUS.com. Get it all. Huge bonuses, great odds, a race book, live in-game betting, and a casino. BetUS, my online sports book and casino.